Welcome back to the deep dive. All right, today we're getting into a specific piece of hardware. It's the EnGenius EWS7928P-FIT, a 24-port managed network switch. Our goal here is really to unpack the tech details from the product info, figure out what it does and who it's actually for. So, starting right off the big headline numbers, 24 gigabit ports, okay? But the kicker seems to be this power over Ethernet plus budget. 240 watts, that's quite a lot.
It is. That's a PoE plus budget, meaning, potentially up to 30 watts per port.
Right.
So think about powering devices like higher-end Wi-Fi 6, access points, maybe some PTZ security cameras, VoIP phones.
Things that need more juice. So you can skip the extra power bricks entirely with this kind of budget.
Exactly. That's the main draw of a high PoE budget like this. It simplifies deployment significantly. But power isn't everything. You need the bandwidth to back it up. And this switch has a 56 grabs switching capacity.
56 gigs. That sounds like plenty of internal bandwidth, right? To avoid sort of traffic jams inside the switch itself.
Yeah, that's a solid capacity for a 24-port device. It ensures that even if many ports are active, the switch fabric itself isn't likely to become a bottleneck.
Okay. And I see it also lists 4 Gigabit SFP ports. Now, SFP, that means fiber uplinks, usually.
That's right. For connecting back to maybe a core switch or another belay, fiber gives you longer distance potential and often higher, more reliable bandwidth than standard copper Ethernet for those critical links.
Got it. So it's about connecting this switch out, not just handling the devices plugged in.
Precisely. And speaking of handling traffic, this is a Layer 2 managed switch, business class features.
What does Layer 2 mean in practical terms here? What kind of features are we talking about?
So Layer 2 operates using MSE addresses, managing traffic within the local network segment. You get important features like link aggregation, bonding ports together for more speed or redundancy. It also supports IGMP snooping, which is really important for optimizing multicast traffic like video streaming so it doesn't flood the whole network. And IPv4, IPv6 support naturally.
You mentioned something specific in the prep docs, auto VoIP. How does that work?
Yes. Auto VoIP is basically quality of service, but automated for voice. The switch detects VoIP traffic, like from IP phones, and automatically prioritizes it.
So your calls stay clear, even if someone else is downloading a massive file.
That's the idea. It ensures voice quality doesn't suffer when the network gets busy. Really important for businesses relying on VoIP.
Okay, interesting. Let's shift to the physical design aspects, because there are a couple of points that jumped out. It supports jumbo frames, up to 9,000 bytes, which is good for efficiency.
Right. Larger frames mean less overhead, especially for large file transfers.
But then it uses passive cooling. No fans, and the specs explicitly say it's not rack mountable.
Yeah, those two are linked. Passive cooling means it's silent, ideal for an office space, a classroom, maybe a retail back room, places where fan noise would be disruptive.
And the not rack mountable part reinforces that, doesn't it? This isn't meant for a standard server closet.
Exactly. It suggests it's designed for a decentralized placement, maybe mounted on a wall or sitting on a shelf closer to the devices it serves, rather than being centralized in an IT rack. It's a deliberate design choice, a trade-off.
So, given it might live outside the usual IT closet, how easy is it to manage?
That's where the managed part comes in, and they offer flexibility. You can use EnGenius Cloud for, web-based management from anywhere.
Which is good for remote sites, or if you don't want to manage local controllers.
You're right. Or you can manage it locally on premises. If you prefer to keep all management traffic within your network, you get both options. And crucially, being managed means it has built-in security features, too.
Which one specifically?
Well, the essentials are there. Things like DOS attack prevention to stop basic denial of service floods, DHCP snooping to prevent rogue DHCP servers from messing up your network addressing.
Okay, standard stuff, but important.
Definitely. And radius authentication for port-based access control, plus storm control to prevent broadcast or multicast storms from overwhelming the network. It's a decent security package for its class.
All right, let's talk about buying it. The part number is EWS7928P-FIT. The source we looked at, HDTV Supply, lists as in stock, today's price, $405.87. And HDTV Supply positions themselves as having strategic partnerships with EnGenius, mentioning they've been around 24 years dealing in AV products. Seems like a specific channel.
It does, and look at the incentives they offer. Free USA shipping, which is always nice. An EnGenius factory direct warranty that gives you peace of mind. But the interesting bit is the 5% discount for paying by check or wire transfer.
That tells you something about their target customer, doesn't it?
It really does. That kind of discount usually appeals to businesses, educational institutions, government bodies, organizations making planned purchases, possibly larger ones, where cutting a check or doing a wire transfer for a small saving is standard procedure, not typically aimed at impulse consumer buys on a credit card.
Right. It signals business purchase. So let's sum up. We have a 24-port gigabit switch, strong 240W PoE plus budget, solid Layer 2 management features, flexible cloud or local control, but physically designed for quiet non-rack environments. Passive cooling.
That's the essence of it, a capable switch, but with a specific physical form factor and deployment model in mind.
So the final thought for you, our listener. Given this hardware profile, powerful, managed but pointedly not for the server rack, quiet, designed for decentralized spots.
Yeah, think about this. Does a device like the EWS7928P-FIT signal a broader trend? Are we seeing the future of network infrastructure moving away from centralized, noisy racks towards quieter, distributed hardware closer to the edge? Or is this just a well-designed product for a specific niche, like small businesses or branch offices that never had a dedicated server room anyway? Something to mull over.